Some Alan Watts lectures are not good for sleeping. Although for some people, and on some nights, Alan Watts might be the perfect audio for you to sleep to. Especially if you're seeking something that's quite intellectual or spiritual at bedtime. But also you need to fall asleep fast. So I've used several Alan Watts lectures to fall asleep to, and most of the time it worked, except on a few occasions where it actually made my sleep worse. The most important thing, which we'll explore today, is that the lectures are not helpful because it is Alan Watts. It's because they have sleep audio mechanisms that help to fall asleep. So the topic is important in the sense that you have to be somewhat interested in it or familiar with it, but it's not the main thing. So in general, when we're talking about bedtime audio, what we have to ask ourselves, is it calming? Is it relaxing? That's the main thing. Several things contribute to this reduction of alertness, but whether the audio reduces your alertness and maintains it low is the main question. I've written a 7-day sleep sound protocol that's free. You can grab a copy there. And the whole purpose is for you to test out low arousal or calm sounds for you to go from an active to a calm state at bedtime. The whole process of this is to help you wind down and relax. So why could Alan Watts work? Well, he's got a friendly, gentle and calm and even a bit playful voice. He is intellectually engaging, but you're in this listening state, so you don't have to actively be problem solving. It's a bit of a meditation. So what evidence exists out there? Well, it's mostly about music and noise that have been used for helping to fall asleep. Narrated content is under-researched and actually is very popular. You might be using guided narrations. Maybe the Calm app have got a few that are helpful. And you might be listening to audiobooks to fall asleep. To be clear, the evidence is not about Alan Watts itself, which doesn't have any research, but it's quite popular, and I've used it myself. But for someone who has a busy brain at bedtime, narrated content can be helpful, like guided meditations, stories, or Alan Watts lectures, because they are just intellectually stimulating for you to keep the mind going and listening while having that calm voice and playful voice. So there are many things that contribute for an audio to be calming and sleep inducing, and one of them is for it to be having a feeling of warmth, because feeling safe is crucial for falling asleep, and warmth can give that atmosphere. In Alan Watts' lectures, he sometimes laughs, sometimes the audience laughs, and light laughter can signal warmth and safety. There's very little research about whether listening to laughter at bedtime is good for sleeping, but I've heard a lot of people anecdotally telling me that they listen to comedians to fall asleep. There was a study that looked at prescription of laughter for sleep, and they showed it as a potential contributor to falling asleep. So as mentioned, Alan Watts can be a calming audio to fall asleep to, but you have to be careful with which Alan Watts lectures you listen to. So in some of them, there might be an introductory music that is a bit uplifting. There's a few podcasts where there's someone speaking a bit more excitedly about the lecture, and well, that's the problem. Excitement should not be paired with bedtime. It's all about low, predictable, calm sounds. Also, while I was testing the Alan Watts lectures for sleeping, I found one that actually made my sleep worse, because later towards the lecture, like about 40-50 minutes into the lecture, he started banging on a gong and using the stick to create a rhythm. I don't know why. He was trying to explain something about time and to prove a point, but the brain, while we're sleeping, is still very active to its auditory environment. So calmness has to be all along the key ingredient. And any sudden sounds, you'll probably have a reaction to it. So low and steady volumes for audios are crucial. It has to be predictable, because for the nervous system, predictable means safe, I can ignore it. Doesn't mean boring. It must be predictable for it to be good for sleeping. So as mentioned, mostly good evidence for music and noise for sleeping. You can check out other videos or subscribe if you want me to go in more detail about that. And narrated content is not researched much at the moment. An interesting thing about older recordings, like older Alan Watts lectures, is that it will have a more warm sound because of the analog recording, And actually warmth, again, is very important, and that relates to usually less higher frequencies, which might be present in more modern lectures, like TED Talks might have more modern sound, which has higher frequencies, which might be good for paying attention because it keeps you excited at that subconscious level, but not for sleeping. It might be a bit too detrimental if there are a lot of high frequencies. Which is why if you check out my video about noise, I would recommend more muffled noise, like brown noise, than white noise. You can check this video out. So the practical takeaway is not use Alan Watts lectures to fall asleep, is use sleep-friendly narrative audio for falling asleep. I actually curated a list of Alan Watts lectures that are good for sleeping, that you can get the list for free below. It also includes another Buddhist meditation that is very calm. But in general, you should choose talks that have a calm voice, that have minimal music or very calm music, doesn't have any sudden sound effects, and have gentle topics that keep your mind from racing but is not too intellectually demanding. Alan Watts is a good example, but maybe in general religious or spiritual talks can be good for that purpose, because they tend to be introspective and reflective rather than looking at a very academic lecture, which can be a focused mindset in the sense that the speaker might be quite focused on its presentation. You can also check out the 7-day sleep sound protocol that I've created. You can use it as a guide to test out your audios and figure out what is the best audio for you to sleep. You can learn more about it in this video or check out this other recommended video. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment any ideas and thoughts that came up throughout this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts and to reply to them. See you very soon.